Hi y'all, my name's Ed. Today we are going to prepare catfish stew. And with the ingredients for this, you need chopped fatback, tomatoes, and tomato paste. You can use regular V8 juice or spicy. I like mine spicy. For the vegetables, you got 2 whole onions, 4 celery stalks, 1 bell pepper, and 4 garlic cloves. I got salt and pepper. And now we will start the meal. We're going to start with the fatback. This is going to take a little while to render down, but you want it brown. And then we can move forward with the next step. All right, so now that we've got this here a lightly golden brown, it's set on medium-high heat. If you want to get this kind of crispy. This took roughly 3.5–4 minutes. Now I will add my vegetables. Pre-prep just makes cooking time so much easier. And it doesn't take long to cook this. The longest cooking time will be the potatoes. Get everything incorporated. It's medium-high heat. I'll give these a few minutes to soften up. Mix in with that grease. Now, some people would cook it a little bit longer to make them soften. I like the crunch in my vegetables. I will add, these are fire roasted tomatoes. It's 3 cans. Roast tomatoes are a key to anything you make, even with chili. All right, now I'm gonna stir this in. Now I'm gonna add 1 can of tomato paste. This is a thickening agent and key to making catfish stew. Not soup, but stew. When I get done, I'll be able to stand this. You can see it now, it's already standing up. That's the difference between stew and soup. All right, now we've got this up to a little slow simmer. It's now time to add our spices. This is garlic powder, onion powder, and celery salt. 1 teaspoon apiece. That goes in. Obey seasoning. It's a good tablespoon. Now, I'm going to add about half of this to the stew. Now, a splash of hot sauce. Give this a good stir to incorporate everything in throughout the whole stew. All right, y'all, we've gotten back to the simmer. Now's the time to taste for seasoning, because when you add your potatoes, they're going to absorb any seasoning and salt that you have in this. Now, I didn't add any salt nor pepper because I don't think it needs it. Now I'm going to add my potatoes. That's roughly about 2.5 to almost 3 potatoes, russet potatoes. You can use any type of potato you want to, but I would just prefer russet because it will help thicken the sauce as it cooks. Now I will cover this up, and this will take roughly 20 minutes. All right, this is store-bought catfish, roughly 4 pounds. I like to cube it. It's still kind of frozen right now because it's gonna finish cooking inside the pot. Potatoes. It's been roughly 20 minutes. I just let it continue boiling. Well, I dice up this catfish. Now, if you catch catfish from the river, especially if it's a muddy river, or you catch catfish from a lake that have a lot of red meat in it, you want to take that red meat out. Do not cook catfish with red meat. These fillets should look just like this. I'm cutting these up in nuggets, probably a little bit bigger than the potatoes I had diced or cut up, because I don't want my catfish falling apart in the stew. You're going to have some fall apart, some of these smaller pieces, but that's just fine. These catfish are going to take about 8 minutes, because these are frozen slightly, and you'll be ready for catfish stew. Carefully, I'm going to add this catfish to the stew. This is probably going to bring the pot up to its maximum limit. But whatever you do to make catfish stew, you want to make sure you got plenty of catfish if you don't have anything else. Don't be skimpy on your catfish. That is a full pot of stew. This is probably 15 minutes after we dropped the catfish in here, because they were slightly frozen. It dropped the temperature down, so just keep that in mind when cooking fresh catfish that are thawed out compared to some that were previously frozen. I like them frozen because they're easier to cut, not fully frozen. This is the difference between a soup and a stew. The spoon stands up in a stew. No catfish stew is complete unless you have your rice. This is jasmine rice out of Carolina. It has salt and pepper and turmeric. That's why it looks a little yellow, but I highly recommend it. And here's the benefits of catfish stew. You taste everything. The key is the fat back. You can substitute bacon, but fat back is the deal. Highly recommend.